That just means that the lobby host is really, really bad, and they don't know what they're doing, and that we all hate them, and we should point and laugh.
Damn.
I've been involved with Overwatch esports for about 4 years now, and I've really enjoyed my time with it. I played on my college team for a couple of years and ended up running the Overwatch program for my final year of school, so I have become really well versed in this kind of stuff. But as I took over and the program continued to grow, I realized a lot of new people were coming in and were not really familiar with this kind of environment. So that sparked the Scrim Bootcamp, a way to get new players up to speed about how scrimming works in Overwatch. Now, this was mainly to make sure our tryouts ran as smooth as possible, but it ended up becoming a little bit more than that. So this video is going to be half Scrim stuff, but also half tryout information for those teams. Feel free to watch the whole thing, but I'll put timestamps in the description for where the tryout stuff ends and the Scrim stuff begins. Also, just so you know, my AC was broken when I filmed this, and it was like 88 degrees, and I did turn my camera off because I was like super sweaty. So you're not going to get much visual other than the PowerPoint, but you will get to watch a match at the end of the game. Okay, that's all I've got for now. Thank you for watching. Please enjoy. Hi, welcome to the Scrims Bootcamp that I'm calling it, and it's really not anything hard or particularly taxing to grasp, don't worry. But if you wouldn't mind, just watch the live so you can see the visuals, and then when we are done with this part, which will be very quick, we're just gonna hop in the code real quick, and kind of just, we're not gonna play a whole round because we don't have enough people to, but I'll just show you the things we're talking about, or like what some of those weird quirks about scrimming are with this code. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and get started here.
Right.
Who am I?
Sorry.
Hey.
Who am I? I am Lane. I was a UGA alumni. I have graduated. I was an Overwatch coach for UGA, and I also was a player for about 3 years. I was on black for the majority of that time, not to toot my own horn, but also we only had one team for the most of it. So I am big time streamer man. Please don't look it up. Just trust me, I have millions of loving and adoring fans.
It's real. That's real. I can call it.
And I have been playing this game since open beta. I have been around for a long time. You can call me Unk. It's okay. Anyways, that's why I'm here. I still am around hanging out. I like doing this stuff. So that's why. This is me. Hello. How are you doing? Okay. So this portion will be about what we are doing for tryouts, which I think is actually the important stuff. Especially if you have Scrim before, then this is the only stuff that really matters. So to make tryouts go as quick as possible, I'll just run you through what's going on. So we'll have 2 lobbies since we have so many people trying out. I think the final number was 27, Daniel? 28. So we have a lot of people, so we'll have 2 lobbies. Each day, you will stay in the one lobby you're assigned. There's not going to be any swapping around. Don't worry about that. That just gets really confusing. And we want to get these done as soon as possible, or as quick as possible, since we have to get through a whole 5 maps in 2 hours. And if you've ever scrimmed before, sometimes that is a challenge for North America. So basically, we're going to send out the schedule. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it will happen sometime tonight or early tomorrow. Every map, you will be assigned a role. You will not swap off of that role. You will play that. You can, if you're in a role with 2 people in it, you can kind of figure out between each other who wants to do what. Or if you just want to do balls to the wall, whatever, that's fine. But you cannot swap roles at any point. Each map will also, we will give you a rough type of comp to play. Brawl, dive, spam, or completely open. So that means no limits, right? No anything. You can play whatever you want. We're gonna give you a character list. I'll run you through it in the next slide. But you have to stick with characters that are on that list, just so we have a semblance of compositions. That being said, there is some wiggle room. If you think that Reaper is a dive character, or you think Reaper could work in dive, we're not going to tell you no, right? We'll be like, that's fine. But for the most part, you just stick to that list. Basically, if you can't get a hold of one of us, or if it's like mid-map and you're trying to make a swap, just stay on. But yeah, we want to see different like styles and comps from you guys. So we try to get you on an open map once or twice so that you can show us whatever you want. And then we want to push you into some like, out of your comfort zone a little bit, somewhat. I don't think we actually asked you what characters you guys played, so it's a little bit of shot in the dark. But some comps and maps are a little harder to execute in the like a competitive environment. So that's why we do that. You may notice that some of you will have fewer games on day 1. You will have more games on day 2. We haven't actually made the schedule for day 2 yet, so don't worry. You'll have more on day 2 if you have maybe like only 3 or so games on day 1, or if you told us like you've got some kind of what's it called? Something preventing you from being there.
Conflict.
Yeah. Thank you, Keelan. All right. Anyways, so these are up here. I've got the tanks. These are the supports down here in the DPS. Again, they are very generous. The first time we did it like this style, the definitions were much harsher, and we didn't really want people being forced onto, a character they basically never played before. Yes, this is competitive. Yes, we are trying to win, but not all of the teams are at the same level. So we don't want to force people who are really new to play Lucio if they've never touched him in his life, which was definitely something we used to do with brawl comps. We would call it strict brawl. Somebody had to play Lucio, and that made it very confusing and weird to figure out. So we'll give you guys this list so you can like actually see it like just by yourself. But we want to just give you some good, like, these are characters to practice, or to know that you're going into those certain maps, that these are the characters. And again, there is leeway. Another example is like, you can play Winston in kind of like brawlier styles. They are really dive at the end of the day, but like you've got Kiri Lucio backline, stuff like that. If that is the case, we'll probably let you play them on brawl maps, right? That kind of stuff. It's not that big of a deal. It's really like, how do you play these comps in general? Like, what are your fundamentals there? So yeah, get a good look, take your pictures, but again, we'll send you the full list outside of this. But yeah, the next section is actually scrimming. Why do we scrim? It's flats, guys. It's flats. Anyways,
Flats.
Now this is tryouts, so it's a little different. But scrimming is for practice. That is what it is for, right? It is somewhere that we want to learn, we want to try things, and we want to just get reps in, right? It's not necessarily about winning or losing. That is kind of like the wrong way to look at it. Now, you're going to have some days where maybe you'll win all of them, you'll feel really good, maybe you go to the next scrim, and it feels like you lose all of them, and you're going to feel bad. It happens, naturally. We want to do as well as possible. And that is kind of the point, right? We do want to be looking to do our best in every scrim, but we are primarily looking to improve, like, teamwork and communication, and also just our individual stuff, right? I think in scrims, teamworks and communication, the stuff that you can't really get in the ladder setting is the most important. Macro comp stuff, all of that, just like syncing up with your team. It's really important, and this is the best place to do it. Obviously, we do look at the micro, and we'll look at individuals when you either get coaching or VOD reviews or stuff like that. But really, in general, this is a team environment. That is what makes it unique. So we'll want to focus on the broader stuff, and then maybe individually help you out here and there. But again, it is a learning environment. That is what we do with scrims. It's more so about trying to implement what we are trying to do, so that when we get to games and the actual high stakes stuff, then we know how to do it, right? All right. So the scrim code this is kind of the big thing, right? If you're new to this, you will not know how this works. So this is kind of why I like to do this every year, is because we want to make tryouts, again, as smooth as possible. And we also want you to be playing your very best, because there are some things here and there that are a little different in the Scrim code, and we don't want you kind of getting, like, basically trolled because you forgot or you just didn't know. So, the quirks about the Scrim code is that rounds don't start until everybody is ready. You will see something on the left side of your screen, a whole list of everybody in the lobby, and if they are ready or not. You'll see also on your screen there is a what's it called? It's like UI elements that tell you like how to ready up. It's typically like interact in space or something, or alt. I don't know exactly, but you'll see it on your screen, so you'll know how to ready yourself up. And there is a way to ready your entire team up. So if you just want to say like, hey, are we all ready to go? And then once both teams are ready, then the match will start. That is for coaching purposes. That is for making sure everyone is ready, because it actually doesn't have any like assembling heroes phase. It just kind of goes right into the map. So that's the first thing to know. So when we load into maps, please pay attention. please be ready to go unless you actually have something stopping you from being there. Because sometimes we're like, hey, is everyone here? And it takes a while. So, okay, once we're actually in the maps, most map types are pretty much the same as if you play a regular game, right? Control, Flashpoint, Push, and I believe Clash. I don't think there's any reason why it would be, are all going to be the same. Escort and Hybrid are a little different. Basically, with those two, each team is going to get one full attack and one full defense, regardless of the score. So if we're playing Dorado and the defense holds us before the first checkpoint, right? But then we start, or then that defense then attacks and they get it to where they went, where it would actually end the map, right? You go, okay, we got it to where they got it, so then we win. It will actually just keep going and play out a full round. That is the main thing that you have to remember about those map types. And we actually only have one hybrid or escort map per day, so this shouldn't be that much of a problem. But we don't want you throwing yourself onto point, thinking, oh, I have to touch it, right? Oh, I have to touch it now because the game's going to end. And then it keeps going. And then maybe you waste an ult and you fed, and now your team gets less reps in. Remember, I also, again, like, this is a tryout, but it's also a scrim. We want to get as many reps in as possible, as many team fights as possible, ideally. So it's just for the best if we all know that this is that one quirk. So keep that in mind. And again, since we have more than 10 people here, we will go ahead and we'll go into a lobby, and we will, I guess we'll just play a round, if that's okay with everybody. If you want to, we'll play one round, and we'll show you that, and we'll play like a hybrid or an escort. Extra rounds. So let's say you push it all the way, and then it swaps rounds, and they push it all the way. You do not keep playing. The Scrim code will continue technically, but the lobby host will end it. That's because, yes, we want as much reps as possible, but we've already played that map. We need to practice other map modes. There are 6 game modes now, so we really got to get on the ball. Most scrims will not be getting 6 maps in just because people are slow and dumb and stupid. So I highly doubt most of the time you'll be able to play all 6 map types, and that kind of sucks, right? You want to be able to practice all of them as much as possible. So that's why we don't do any extra. Staggering, this is a little contentious. There is some disagreement about it because staggering is a skill. This is not just like chasing people down and like, oh, they died later. No, this is like purposely like keeping a diva alive because, she's going to respawn way later than the rest of her team. That's what we mean by staggering. A character that basically can't do anything to you guys, so you keep them alive and just take time off the clock. We're not going to stagger in this tryout, and I would discourage you from staggering in scrims because, again, you don't get as many reps and as many team fights when you stagger. I don't think what you get from practicing staggering outweighs practicing an entire team fight. That's just my opinion, but since we're doing this for tryouts, do not stagger, please. But yeah, I think... Oh, some extra things to know. Just some terms that you might run into. Bio, that just means we're taking a little break, go to the restroom, get some food. Typically only 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. Typically you'll just ask, like, tell your whoever's running the lobby or whoever's on your side, hey, I gotta pee, and they'll just call for a bio. That's it. It's as simple as that. Happens between maps. If somebody says pee in the chat, that is a call for pause. Now, that is up to the lobby lead to pause the game, but sometimes lobby lead is not paying attention. So if you see it, you should just start talking about it. Just like, hey, pause, especially if the lobby lead's in your VC with you. And then NA host, if you ever see this and you're confused, because I guarantee you it will happen, that just means that the lobby host is really, really bad, and they don't know what they're doing, and that we all hate them, and we should point and laugh.
Damn.
What this really means is just that somebody makes a tiny little mistake or is a little slow, and it's just it's good fun. Don't be afraid of NA host. You can call it yourself. It's funny. Anyways, that's it. Let's try it out.
All right, let's run it.
Okay, so I will talk to you guys through the what's it called, the getting ready process. It's very easy. But yeah, let's go ahead.
Are you gonna specify a comp type here, or do you want to just open?
Do we change VCs?
No, just do whatever.
No,
Yeah. So basically, you guys see it on the left there. You see everybody's name, and it's all orange. Daniel, would you go ahead and ready up for me? There you go. Look at that. You might have to load in. You might have to load a character in. Oh, skins aren't on by default. I will turn them on for, or we will turn them on for the tryouts. Don't worry. We want to see your sweet skins. But yeah, that's.
Change your language to Cambodia.
It's very easy to. But yeah, so everyone, if you want, try it. Go ahead, try to ready yourself up.
Also, once we like go through the motions, team 1, I can just drag all y'all.
Okay, wait.
Down to the other
Daniel,
VC.
unready yourself so the game doesn't start.
Oh,
Add
heck.
time.
Okay.
add time.
Oh yeah. There's
No,
also. I forgot about adding time. Thank you for that. So, it has a really short timer in the beginning, but you can add time if you need extra. I think in this Scrum code it caps at 1:30, but you can add it as many times as you need. So if anybody is ever saying that, like add time, there's like you can do a little. It shows you on the screen what that keybind is. So that should be good. Let's go ahead and get team 2. So that's going to be Monkey's team. Let's go ahead and put you guys in tryouts VC2, and then you guys can just play the game.
I'll start dragging people. Okay, that guy's gone. You're gone.
Oh, what bit?
2 is Zokjaw.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's on.
okay, you're going down.
I can go down too.
Cam is.
Langston's gone. Langston's not in. Oh, there he is. And then yeah, it's just Cam. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm gonna ready us up, and we're all gonna have a fun time. And I'm gonna int
Oh,
lunch
yeah.
grab because I can't play this character.
All right. I might as well just commentate here. So, yeah, the regular games, they just they move. They're pretty much the same. It looks like we've got a brawl on Team Red into a kind of a spam. Honestly, it might play a little closer to a brawl with the Juno in it, but there goes Sprite Cranberry right inside. Going in. Oh, that was a giant Juno missile mixed with the Sigma Rock there. Ryan's coming in right into the trap. There he goes. Very fun. He's actually alive. They're all okay. They're stabilized here. Blue team not going to take any angles. Tracer's going to wrap around. They just might bite them in the ass. Walking right into the Brawl Core, but it looks like they had to get out, and they get the Soldier, so it's going to be okay. They are going to have to wait a little bit here. So yeah, let me see. I think overall, you know, neither comp is too bad. I think they all have their merits here. The Junkrat is devious into this. It's actually decent into a Rhine comp that wants to play a little slower with a BAP. Breaks the Rhine shield into the spam. Rhine just pinning in, but Milk Ape gets the Tracer. I didn't even see where it happened. They're going to go ahead and take it, but too much spam damage from Langston. He's going to go down. Sprite cramp. The tire just ripped. Let him know you have it, Daniel. And that is team fight there. And he gets the soldier. Okay, well, that is yet another fight for them. They have a high noon to work with, but Tyranitar has the window. I definitely think that the window can get them in there, and then hopefully while they're walking through, Langston can build his beat, and then they'll be in a better fight, better ult economy. Now, the Orbital Ray and the Flux are probably much better ults than what Team Red are coming up on, so it's going to be really difficult to get in here. They're going to have to find some damage. There comes that noon. Big block. Big block. They do have the dueling windows there, but Keelan gets the Ash. Milk Ape gets the other DPS, and that is death. Ooh, but a great trade. Wait, he should just die? He should just die? It's okay? So the cast is going to be late. Reinhardt did not get the wave respawn, so, ooh, swapping to Tracer to get back faster so they don't get in. That is a smart maneuver. Definitely a good call on their part. So, here we go. They're gonna come in. They're coming in with Beat and Shatter. I think you really want to go as fast as possible because that Sig is going to ult here. Beat for the ult, and then Reinhardt. It's kind of all on him to get this fat Shatter. Here goes. There comes the Beat. This is their time to move. This is their time to go. The lamp is out just in case. Everyone's still low. The Langston goes down, but he does get the Juno with the charge. Is he going to come down, shatter the backline? Maybe he just kills the Junkrat. Did he even hit anything? He did. Junk 1. It's not going to matter. Oh, no. The trap. Oh, wow. Okay, so we do have a Reaper swap here. I suppose trying to put some pressure on the Sigma, maybe trying to flank a little harder, a little safer, I guess. Also, the Kiriko is here, I think, just trying to get some damage, trying to match some of that spam. Another tire from Milk Ape. Lamp goes out extremely early in the back there. Keelan's able to get it, and it looks like the tire is probably going to kill something before the Tracer gets the BAB first, I guess. They're struggling to get in. They have no speed, no resources. There comes the Shatter. Shattered a million. But here comes the charge. Gets the BAP. Is he going to touch? No! Wait. Langston's there with the charge. Hit to Kunai. Only did a little bit of damage. How many more can he hit? None. None more is the answer. Soldier trying to touch. Lucio. Oh, barely touched there, but I think it is over. Revival has killed a million. So, well, I did not mean to stack the teams, but I think I might have accidentally done so. Alright, so, yeah, there they are. They're in there. They're ready process. Everybody on Team 1 is ready. Langston is holding out. This does not count for tryouts. All right, so we're seeing the classic Roadhog Reaper composition from Red here, and a dive coming out from Blue. Winston going in all the way in. Bubble is a little far back, going on the Ana, super anti. This is a scary situation, but they do find the Ana, and they find the Reaper. Langston does find Daniel, but the Roadhog goes down. He is going to get chased, and there you go. That is point 1. Now, this is the Scrim code, so they have capped it, and I am going to go ahead and back to lobby. Okay.
Okay, I don't know if he is going to make another lobby.
No, we're good.
Do you want me to? Are we dragging them back up here? Or?
Yeah, just drag them back up. We'll end a little. Okay, well, I think there you go. That's kind of all you need to know for playing in the Scrim code. Again, I will stress, I do not know anybody, so sorry about that. This does not count for your tryouts. I was not watching carefully at all. Nobody was. Do not sweat it. When we make the teams, they are not random. They are trying to balance the lobbies, so we see you against a contemporary who is, you know, basically, so you have somebody in the other role, kind of like how the matchmaker on Ladder does it. So you have somebody in the other role who's roughly your skill level too. So the lobbies should be much more fair. Sorry about that. It does happen. It will happen. But you saw there, you guys didn't get any ticks, but they kept going. That's all you have to know. Don't forget. And then you guys got some good practice with the readying up. So please don't forget you have to do that so we can continue getting games early. I think that's all I have. Does anyone have any questions about anything? How tryouts will work, compositions, scrimming in general, anything? All right, most of those questions were about tryouts, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was Stream Live, twitch.tv/LaneHemingway, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you're new to Overwatch scrims, or you've never seen any of this stuff before, please leave a comment and tell me like what you think. Obviously, it's not really in-depth. It's not really how you play any of these comps, but it is just like the scrim code is a little different, and we have a little bit of a different environment that you may not be familiar with. I kind of want to hear you. And if you're a veteran, let me know, like, what do you think? Do you like scrimming? Do you not like scrimming? Anything like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Anyways, have a good day.